What's up, guys? I hope everybody's doing good. Uh, my man Romaine, he's always got some stories. So hey, shout out to Romaine. I listened to your crazy story about the lot lizard man. Um, I got I don't know if you call this a story. It's kind of a response video, a little bit of a story. Um, y'all want to see me? Ever wanted to see me pissed off? This is probably going to be the video. So if you're prime, if you're refrigerated, there's a possibility you picked up at General Mills in Kalamazoo, Michigan, or maybe a couple of other spots to pick up here and there. So most of this video is going to be about Kalamazoo, Michigan. Now, that's really my my home, my heart is Kalamazoo, Edison neighborhood. Uh, Kalamazoo is, well, we're going to get into it, but this is kind of half a response because um, I'm assuming realtors. I'm not really sure who the fuck these people are, but some of these people started making these videos about the best and worst things about Kalamazoo, Michigan. So uh, I usually try not to bring some of this stuff up too much, but when I say I'm from Edison neighborhood, that is the hood. And Kalamazoo, so these hey man, Lyle and any y'all in the real estate game, or formerly of the real estate game, I am not trying to take a shot at the industry. I think for as much as truckers cry, they should look at what some of these folks are going through, because I know some real estate people too, and they're going through it. So I ain't trying to take a shit at anybody that's really doing it. However, and I'm going to get into why, these specifically um, bad things about Kalamazoo. I can't remember. One of them was like that one of the ski lodges, because there's two ski lodges in the area, weren't close enough. It was that kind of bad about Kalamazoo. And so a lot of this video, quite frankly, is a personal responsibility, I feel, to say how dangerous and neglectful it is to not be real about what the fuck Kalamazoo is. So I got 6 things, and I ain't got no notes. I don't need no notes to talk about this. I got I got I got the ghost on my shoulder, man. NLMB, never leave mines behind. If you're from Kalamazoo, you know that means a couple things, but you know that means some real shit about people that you watch drop. And we get a lot of people to drop in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Um, Matter of fact, Kalamazoo is in the top 5% of violence in the entire country. It is the 26th, as of 2025, the 26th most dangerous city to be in the entire United States. That's because it's right in between Chicago and it's right in between Detroit. It's called the I-94 corridor. Trafficking, you pick anything you want to fucking traffic, it comes through Kalamazoo. And if you're from a hood like Edison, you can sometimes watch it happen outside your fucking bedroom window. And everybody, including the FBI and old fucking Cash Patel, know about it. They don't do nothing because the CIA helps them sell the guns. If you don't believe me, go ahead and look up Fast and Furious, 2008. I know enough kids that died with a bullet that this shit makes me heated, man. It is really dangerous to make it sound like this is some kind of great fucking city. Gangs come in from Chicago. They start picking up the kids. They start at usually 11, maybe even younger. A lot of the kids that get shot are between 13 and 15, if they get shot in Kalamazoo, a lot of them, they take them down to south side of Chicago. You go down around 54th Racine, you'll know what I'm talking about. And they get them started on these fake iPhones, flipping them. If the kids are good at that, and they go ahead and give them some real shit to remove. So that's number one, the violence in Kalamazoo. Literally within just about a month ago, somebody shot at one of the city commissioners. So that's one. I'm not going to go into... I won't go into the personal ones. Number two, Kalamazoo is the most privatized fucking city in the nation. So if you do go and you buy property in Kalamazoo, what you need to know about is something called the Foundation for Excellence. Now, for y'all, all you people, whether you called all these Pfizer people heroes or whether you were pissed off about it, there are billionaires that have Pfizer, which is headquartered in Portage, which is an offshoot of Kalamazoo that became its own city to to break up some taxes. So the Foundation for Excellence was a philanthropic venture with some CEOs that, they own a couple. They're CEOs at the table. They own Pfizer. They own MPI Research, which is animal genetics testing. Monsanto, another fucking great company. Pharmacia, one of the chief people behind Purdue that were responsible for the heroin epidemic. Greenleaf, they're all over Wall Street. And they're some of the billionaires that are going around buying all of these old senior citizen places and pumping up the prices and kicking these senior citizens out. Yeah, that's them. So the city, of course, which is compliant with these billionaires, went into this thing called the Foundation for Excellence that said it was all about whatever that fucking word is, and said they were going to help. What it really was these guys wanted to avoid taxes. So what happened, the first thing they did when they passed that was they made a 50% water hike because these billionaires controlled the police, controlled the firefighters, controlled the budget for the roads, controlled the utilities. So the first thing they did is hike up a 50% increase for everybody else, while their rates for their companies stayed the same in perpetuity. So when you move to Kalamazoo, you're going to be paying for some billionaire shit. A lot. A disproportionate amount. That's number two. Number three, they have an F in air quality. Now, it could be because the largest animal genetics facility in the country is in downtown Kalamazoo, and they do terminal testing on a whole bunch of beagles, and then they cook them in the morning, and it makes the light sky burn orange. So if you're at Kalamazoo and you're wondering why downtown looks orange like it do, that's why. You see that big fucking tall building right there? That big tall tube that's behind Zoetis now was formerly Pfizer. That's where they cook all the animals that they're genetically testing. It's also graphics packaging, which is known to attack the air quality. So there we go. 3. Number 4. Water quality. Now, anybody who's ever looked into me will know I was a very outspoken person after there was an oil spill in the Kalamazoo River. Well, that's just one of the pollutions. And that went into the drinking water of Kalamazoo City, but there's more than just that. There were a lot of PCBs, a lot of lead. As a matter of fact, when Flint was going on, I was actually part of the Environmental Council for Kalamazoo City. I was on several of their boards at one point. And when I started asking about the testing for lead, I shit you not, go ahead and look this up in the newspapers. The 30 years manager for the the water manager for Kalamazoo retired. And then the lady that was brought in behind him retired. And then we got this foundation for excellent shit, and then everything that had an opportunity to come forward disappeared with that. So some of the worst water quality in the country, some of the worst air quality in the country, the most privatized city in the world, 26th in gang violence. So I've alluded to one of the other ones, animal testing. This place thrives on animal testing. The billionaires have a place called MPI Research where they grow the animals and then they bring them down there and they test them. And the taxpayers pay for that, why they're breathing in all that shit. I can't believe they made this video. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I've watched the things happen in this city. I want to put a qualifier in here, okay? These billionaires, I know some of the family members of these billionaires, and I feel sorry for the family members. It is two main billionaires in Kalamazoo, William Parfait and William Johnston. They have kids, and those kids have more access to money than I will ever fucking dream of. And I'm not jealous. I pity them. Because the greed of their fucking parents makes them live like prisoners. I'm not going to mention the names of the kids. They're friends. Well, they were friends of mine. They can't be now. But the amount of fear that they have to live in because of the sins of their parents, I feel sorry for them. I don't envy them. I can't fucking believe that they made a video saying how great this place is. I can't. Do you have any moral fucking responsibility? Number 5. Speaking of moral responsibility. Kalamazoo is the 6th meanest place in the entire country towards the homeless. They were given that rating in 2009, and there has yet to be any kind of study or anything to say against that. Kalamazoo is one of the first places to make it illegal to sleep. But only if you're homeless. If you want to camp out for some fucking Beanie Babies, it's great. But if you're sleeping on the sidewalk because you have nowhere else to go, they're going to fine you. They're going to throw you in jail. And then even if you're trying to get a job, they're going to take all of your ID and everything, call it contraband, throw it out. And then they're going to throw you out on the street the next day with bills. And if you don't come get it, they're probably going to come and take you back to jail. Most of them congregate in the park. A lot of people do. Anytime the city's having an event, they go and clean them out like they're fucking weeds. They try to organize into an encampment because there's fucking drugs and there's gangs all over. Well, the city goes through and bulldozes the encampment and, again, destroys everything they fucking have because why not? Fuck the homeless. Y'all had the fucking balls to make it sound like this is some kind of great place. How fucking disgusting can you be, man? How fucking disgusting can you be? You have no fucking responsibility. When you say this shit, somebody doesn't know the area and moves into this, what happens when their little kid gets gunned down? Or what happens when somebody comes and takes their little kid if it's a little girl? Or even a little boy. It don't fucking matter. They'll traffic whatever the fuck they can. You have no fucking responsibility to do that? You know how many people, if you grow up in Kalamazoo, you know how many people you have to watch fucking die? I don't know what else I got to really say about that. Look, man, if you're thinking about moving to Kalamazoo, you need to learn about what the fuck you're doing. You need to learn about where you're going. You need to look up the I-94 corridor. You need to look up William Parfait and William Johnston. You need to look up animal genetics, Zoetis, Pfizer. You need to look up graphics packaging and the air quality for Kalamazoo, Michigan. You need to look up the water quality for Kalamazoo, Michigan. You need to look at the fact that they've been shown, and even the police chief of Kalamazoo has admitted, there's a problem with KKK. There's also a national survey that shows that they go after black kids twice the amount of everybody else in the nation. It's double the national average. Oh, and double the miscarriages. Double the rare forms of cancer. Do you have any fucking responsibility? Any moral obligation? When you peddle this shit about how much of a fucking great place this is to live. Y'all should go to Northside, or you should go to Edison and live. Watch your kids grow up. Watch them get sucked into the gangs, and then watch somebody put a bullet in their fucking head. Unfucking believable, man. This ain't a happy video, but I'll be damned if I'm going to watch somebody set some people up to go to this town and lose their babies because you're trying to make some goddamn fucking money.